I wanted to talk about this fight right here versus Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz, and this is a good fight. And I'm not gonna lie, man, like both of these guys play into each other, and it's a little bit more competitive than some of the other fights that are usually happening at heavyweight, that are not involving a champion. And this is probably one of the best fights to make at the division. And Andy Ruiz has great hand speed. Luis Ortiz, I think, is probably the better boxer, man, in my opinion. And got to keep in mind his age, though. His age is definitely going to play a factor in this fight. And Andy Ruiz, um, he's had a change of trainers like over the past years. When he first won his championship against Anthony Joshua, he was with Manny Robles. And then later on, he went to Eddie Reynoso, and I think he changed trainers as of recently. Uh, not sure who, but I don't think he's no longer in the Eddie Reynoso camp. So either way, is like I'm interested to see like what's gonna happen in this fight, man. Because Andy Ruiz could end up having a lapse, and this could be a tough fight than he realizes. And even factoring that in, man, Luis Ortiz is a tough fight to start out with. You know what I mean? Because he was giving Deontay Wilder a lot of problems, man, in their fights, but unfortunately he got knocked out, and then he came back in a fight with Charles Martin, and he had some trouble in that fight too. But was able to grind out and get the knockout on him, and I think he has enough power to catch Andy Ruiz slipping because Andy Ruiz was caught off guard definitely by Chris Arreola, so that was a pretty tough fight for him, coming back from that Anthony Joshua loss. And there's some things that he could take advantage over Luis Ortiz, I mean, obviously, besides the age thing, there's some technical flaws that Luis Ortiz has, he does come from that pedigree, the Cuban pedigree that everyone talks about, but keep in mind that he doesn't really fight that style that Arrigo fights or Irislandi Lara fights. Like he's a lot more conventional than them, because those two are unorthodox. They're a lot more fluid. And Luis Ortiz, he has good footwork, definitely way better footwork than Andy Ruiz, but it's all about him using his range, using his jab, you know what I mean? Like doing that type of basic stuff because that's how you beat a guy like Andy Ruiz. You don't really engage with him too much. But compared to Anthony Joshua, I think Luis Ortiz has a better inside game, you know what I mean? And he's able to fight at close quarters with a guy like Andy Ruiz. But since he's getting up there in age, he would have to keep it a very disciplined fight, man, So either ways, man, this is going to be a good one, So I'm looking forward to it. Uh, I gotta look up when that fight is happening because I'm just like speaking on it right now. And eventually, I'm gonna give out my breakdown and prediction when the fight happens, the fight week. So let me know what y'all think, and I'm out.